Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are in this recording, part 3, lesson number 3, inshallah. And we start, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, wa bis-salah ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now today, in this part, we are going to examine a third angle, as I mentioned last time. And this angle is that we are going to experience within the letters, is there any running of air accompanied with the sound of the letter? At the very beginning, the first angle, we are examining the letters from the point of, is the sound running? Is there a running sound? And the second one was, what was the direction of the sound? Was it upwards or just straight outside the mouth? And now we are going to examine it from a third aspect, a third angle, which is the air. Is there any running air accompanied with the sound of the letter? And let's experience some practical experience. And what are we going to do? I want you to put your fingers, the thumb and the other finger, I want you to press on the throat where this arrow is pointing, okay? And let us pronounce several letters. Let us pronounce the letter ha, okay? And let us say ah. Is there any vocal cord vibration in this letter? Did you feel that the vocal cords are vibrating? Again, first of all, just you have to notice, when you pronounce the a, it will vibrate a little bit, okay? It's just because of the hamza. And I'm just reminding you, why do we have a hamza? Because we are pronouncing the letter in its sukoon state, okay? So let us say ah. Do you feel any vibration chords? No. Let's pronounce this one, fa, okay? And let us say ath. Everybody, okay? Experience this. Push your finger against the throat down, the lowest part where the vocal cord starts, and say eth. Any vibration? Any vibration whatsoever? No. What about the sheen? Ash. Same thing. What about the scene? S. The vocal cords are, sleep in a sleeping state. They are not vibrating. So these letters, there's no vibration. What does this mean? Let us move to another set of letters, and let us try val. Let us say push the letter sound. Is there any vibration there? Or is it exactly the same as when we mentioned the ha, the sin, the tha? There is a little bit difference. What about this one? As. And what about the lamb? Al. Okay, a little bit different. So this means that there is a difference in the vocal cords vibration between one letter and the other. Okay, why not put our palm in front of our mouth and the other one, the other finger sensing the vocal cords vibration? Okay, so put one palm, one hand in front of your mouth and the other one sensing the vocal cord vibration. And let us pronounce the sin, the fa, the lam as. I want you to notice, is there any vibration? Is there any air? You felt it running outside the mouth? What about the fa? Same thing. F, F, push the sound, push the sound. L, is there any air here? Any vibration you feel in the vocal cords? So what's the difference between them? In the letter lam, the sound is almost terminated, but not totally. If we pronounce it without pushing it, okay, we will find that the sound of the lam is terminated, but not totally. But why? Because if we say L, L without pushing the sound, L, why? But when saying F, situation is different. Actually, it's the opposite. We find larger airflow without vocal cords vibration. So the lam, there is no air. L, L, there's no air, but there's a little bit of vibration. But when we pronounce the fa, it's totally different. There's a large amount of air going, and there's no vocal cords vibration. And even in the scene, as there is air flowing, and the vocal cord vibration is really very low or minimized or almost none. According to this angle, the scholar divided the letters into two characteristics. Letters where the air flows freely, these ones, okay, the air flows freely, and no vocal cords vibration. They divided them, and the other one, there's no airflow in these letters with noticed vocal cord vibrations. There is vocal cord vibrations here, but the opposite here. So this one that has the airflow is called hams, whispering. You know when you whisper to someone, and it's the translation is correct. We say yahmis. You know, if I want to say something that I don't want others to hear, I just whisper. And if there's someone beside us who's listening, what will he listen? What will he hear? He will hear, right? Just the sound of the whistle and the airflow. So this characteristic is called hams, whispering, where the air flows and there's no vocal cord vibration. And the opposite one is there is no airflow in these letters and there is noticed vocal cord vibrations, and it's called apparent, al-jahr. Okay? Now, as we are used from our scholars, they just gather they gather the letters in one group so that we don't lose them. So for example, the whispering character, these are the letters that has this character. فحثه شخص سكت. فحثه شخص سكت. Okay? And what they do, the scholars, is that all the remaining letters, they have the opposite character. You know, because each letter can never have both characters. No letter has hams, whispering, and jahr, apparent. No, it's either this or that. So what is the meaning of this? فحثه شخص سكت. فحثه means intimidated him, or pushed him towards. And shakhs means person, and sakat means he stopped talking, just silent. Okay? And it means somehow that a person talked to someone so that, to tell him to stop talking, just shh, be silent, be quiet. Okay? So all these letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 out of 29 letters have this character, this airflow while we are pronouncing the letter. Okay? And this is really one of the important characteristics. All of them are important. But this one also, like the rakhawa, for example, if we do not apply the rakhawa character to the letters of rakhawa, then maybe the letter will have qalqala, like the letter dhal, for example. If I say okay, this is rakhawa, just letting the sound run a little bit. But what if I didn't? If I say إذ قال, did you hear this? Did you hear this qalqala? إذ قال. Why did this qalqala happen? Because I did not give it its time of rakhawa, the running time. Okay? And also here, these letters, now we know they have airflow. Of course, the amount of airflow in each letter, it varies from letter to another, but still they all have this airflow. Okay? So let's remember, فحثه شخص سكت. If you are going to remember, if you're going to say, I'm going to remember them letter by letter, I know the fa, ha, tha, this will be very difficult. What we do is, if I'm wondering, does this letter has airflow or not, I immediately go to the sentence. فحثه شخص سكت. So is the dhal one of them? And I say فحثه شخص سكت. No, the dhal is not one of these letters. So I make sure that there's no air. I don't say if قال. This is wrong pronunciation. Why? Because it doesn't have hams character. It should not have. Okay? And so on. But the remaining letters, the rest of the letters, they do not have this character, so they should not be given this character. Okay? So these are the 3 angles that we talked about. First angle is this sound capable to be lengthened? And we came to the conclusion that the letters are divided to شديدة, حروف شديدة, حروف بينية, حروف رخوة, hard, in between, and soft. Okay? And those letters that are not, that we cannot lengthen them, means that the articulation points closes totally, and the rikhwa letters, the articulation points, they are not closed, so they are allowing the running, the lengthening. Okay, and then we examined the letters from another angle, and we examined, is the air, the direction of the sound in the mouth while pronounced, does the sound hits in the upper palate, goes upwards towards the upper palate, or does it just run outside the mouth immediately? And we knew now that there are two groups also from this angle. It's either musta'liya or mustafila. Is it elevated or lowered? Okay. And the third angle, the one that we just talked about now, which is the air, the running of the air accompanied with the sound of the letter. There is a sound and there is air accompanied with the letter, and they are divided to huruf mahmusa, whispered letters, and whispered means there is air accompanied, or is it apparent, meaning there's no air accompanied with the sound. Okay, now next time inshallah we continue this lesson and we take more exercises regarding the letters inshallah. I'll see you then. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.